is home to the Wyoming Cowboys, and they have a taste for the spicy brown mustard. Today, these two teams square off in what should be an exciting Mountain West showdown. As we'll see, the Air Force Falcons taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wyoming Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Falcons will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Wyoming's offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Trying play action. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So Air Force's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And David, their quarterback isn't blowing you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
The Falcons really need to keep this drive alive on third down. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Falcons are rolling down the field. Now on the option. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Let's talk for a second about Air Force. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is a type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home. And now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the try is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now, there he goes. He is feeling it. A huge
Gives off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. With the run on 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wyoming. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. That's caught. It's Smith. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Falcons in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go to the fullback. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
And the fullback, this takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback, being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. They'll try the run. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. The Falcons pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll run the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the 1st down. And the Falcons kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Snagged out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to move them on the counter. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go with the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. The option look. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal for the 7. The Falcons started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so...
Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. The Cowboys will hustle to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the grab down left side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Ice water in this quarterback's veins, man. Third play of the drive. It's 3rd and 10. You know the defense is expecting pass, but this quarterback, laser focus. He found the matchup. Great job of reading coverage, and that was an absolute dime deep down the field.
These corners backing off a bit. To the air on second down. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's complete. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Power football with the run. Got the 1st down and more. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. On the option. Oh, better look out. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
For young men who are going to make their living protecting the skies, they can cover some ground, too.
There's no doubt, and they're going to cover the ground and be on the ground, stay on the ground, and be very successful. That's what they want to do with this running attack.
And the Falcons have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He's got an open man. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got it in the middle. It's Jean-Pierre. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He makes the catch. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And the Falcons, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run play action. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. The give to the big fullback. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Air Force.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Finds his big tight end. Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got his man. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. At the end of the second quarter, that means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, who's got a better seat there today in Laramie than you do? And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Sends it back in motion. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. He wants to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Coffee. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. The Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Throwing right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing, you got guys swiping at it. You got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
They get him down top 1, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
There's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Touchdown, Falcons! And that one will give him the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Back to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. And they don't have points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
The Cowboys line up to punt it away. He's got great speed. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last one.
He's got it again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Hey, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Powers through the defender. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. Turning it on. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers in green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
They'll run the option. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Air Force. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is in
yardage. On third down, he drops to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Here's the return. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing it.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch. The ball's loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble with the offense coming up.
And the Falcons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
That's how you want it. You want to be overzealous, and you want to be a blitzer all the time. I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost worked this one for a long game, but just keep the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. So, guys, Air Force has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. There he goes. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. The Cowboys headed quickly to the line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got enough for the first. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 49.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see the quarterbacks they try to aim it a little bit too much. They don't come up short.
Gets it out fast. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Cowboys will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the fifth time today. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs in that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Kicks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. The Falcons come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking for room at the 40.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. So now it's second and long. On the option. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Here comes the option. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. They'll give it to the back. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Give to the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The thing I like about giving it to the fullback right away, it hits downhill right now. Very little.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Falcons. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Makes the catch. It's Banks. Nice move. Creates some space. Space at the 20. Touchdown, Wyoming. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. And the Falcons come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Fullback's got it. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Air Force. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this
looking deep. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. the incompletion. They go back up top. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
I gotta make Kingpin pay. You have to let me make him pay. Else you're gonna get yourself killed, but I'm ready.
Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Cowboys. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
A lot of ground to cover here on fourth down. The Falcons will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one.
Hey, where's that girl?
You don't know what I always do. You need me to do. I say what you need me to say. I see it's spark, it's amazing. It's not pushy, but
Punt is on its way. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Here's the pressure. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play. That's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team together.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation.
That's all it is, Miles. A leap of faith.
Like, what's up, danger? Like, what's up, danger?